Okay, we're good.
Caitlin Shizzle. Think to yourself right now, how many times have you communicated on your phone today? How many different people have you talked to? Why do you do it? I bet you don't have a good answer to that question other than the fact that it is just a norm in your life. I know that communicating online has many positive effects, but there are also many negatives, and today I'm going to tell you the ways that we can make the best of the negative effects that online communication brings us. Everyone here will be able to relate to my speech in some way because most people use online communication daily. I especially know that this is true after reading Katie Steinman's article in the Time magazine about teenagers and the way that they are today. Katie stated that most teens say their favorite source of communication is online, not even face-to-face. According to bullyingstatistics.org, a website that includes bullying statistics, anti-bullying help, facts, and more, over half of adolescents and teens have been bullied through online communication, and about the same number have engaged in cyberbullying others online. Cyberbullying is a major issue that comes from online communication. I know this because I have witnessed it happening on social media sites myself. The bullying was not directed towards me in any way, but it was very obvious that it was hurtful to the person. Twitter is a social media source where I have seen teens try to expose each other in front of others, and it causes lots of drama and stress on all of the people involved. When being cyberbullied, blocking the person cyberbullying is the number one thing to do, with ignoring them to follow. Telling a parent is one of the bottom things on the list, but that's what we should change. Cyberbullying has long-lasting effects on both the bullying and the person being bullied. If people do not intervene when negative online communication is happening, it can even lead to suicide in some cases. Now let's talk more about the different ways that online communication happens, whether it involves bullying or not. The different types of online communication are endless. For young children who do not have a cell phone, they are still able to communicate online with their other technologies. Many elementary students have accounts on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and other sources of communication through apps. Although these kids aren't old enough, this means that they are lying about their birth dates on the app to be able to make an account. The Center for Kids Health by Parents website includes lots of information about apps and sources of communication that kids use that many parents may be unaware of. Kids post photos of themselves online or use their real names on profiles, reveal their birth dates, and private information about them. Many kids also reveal the name of their school or even the town in which they live, which is not safe. Parents of all ages should do more research about online communication, cyberbullying, and different types of social medias. Doing so would help them a lot with helping their children, as it is likely that they may struggle in their future. If parents become more aware of the different types of social medias their children are using, it would go a long way for future generations to come. Parents could even set a time limit with online communication for their children so that they don't become obsessed like many young-aged people are today. The New York Times magazine, a very popular magazine in the United States, published an article on kids' screen time along with mental health issues. According to Markham Heed, the writer of the article, young people who spend 7 hours or more a day on screens are twice as likely to be diagnosed with depression or anxiety compared to those who are on screen for only an hour a day. I know that online communication has become out of hand because I went and did an experiment for this speech the other day during school. I went to kids who had study hall and took a picture of them. All of them were on a social media site. They were all on Snapchat. Teachers could have stopped this, but the amount of kids on their phone communicating was so much that they don't even try. If teachers were trained in ways to stop the overuse of cell phones in school, it would be beneficial for everyone. With this generation being so tech-savvy, we have to learn to make the best of it. Let's talk about a few of the positive things that online communication can bring us on a daily basis and how you can make sure that they stay positive. Communicating through online sources can make it easier to stay close to those you don't get to see every day. I can relate to this on a personal level because I have family who lives in Chicago and I'm still very close to them and get to talk to them almost every day. Sometimes we FaceTime to communicate, but most of the time we Snapchat, which is a really easy way to keep in touch. If you think Facebook, Twitter, and other websites that foster online communication and interaction are only used for self-promotion, think again, because it has become a very serious venue for business and work. Say two University of Illinois professors, Haythorne and Kendall, who study computer-mediated communication and the internet. Growing up, I have definitely online communication becoming more of a norm. For example, a lot of people will just text, Snapchat, and message on any other source of media rather than just hanging out. In the past, that was very unusual. Since we have gotten deeper about a few of the positives and negatives about online communication, let's now move on to get even deeper about cyberbullying and the long-lasting effects that it will leave on a person. Think of a child you know. Now think about the way that their parents think of them. Most parents would never expect their child to be a cyberbully, but parents need to rethink this because now more than ever, it is likely that the average student is involved in cyberbullying in some way, even if they are just a witness. The solutions lie in the parents and friends to intervene before it becomes too late. Many people act as if on the bandwagon appeal, as stated by Corey Floyd, author of our McGraw-Hill textbook. People will act as bystanders and never believe that the issues that come from online communication, for example, cyberbullying, is that serious. But little do they know, it is causing issues for many kids and adolescents that they could stop if they would speak up or just talk to someone about what they have been seeing. As you can see, the issues of online communication are very complex, and they can cause humans to struggle in many different ways. But the good news is that they don't have to struggle alone. We can all step up together as students, teachers, parents, and be role models to others to stop online bullying and even manage each other's times on our social media. There is a solution to our problems. I hope that after listening, you now know ways that you can intervene and what to look out for online that can be dangerous. Thank you. Any questions?